Alright, so, I did some things off screen because watching the stain dry on this box was going to be boring. So I picked up at the craft store a small wooden box. I took all the hardware off of it. I set the engine on it, marked all these holes, and drilled them, because this is pretty soft wood, carefully with just a pin vise and the drill here. So they're very accurate. Nice thing about this engine is it's cast, but apparently they have a good jig for drilling the holes in it. It's not, the holes aren't cast, because they are perfectly square on the base here. And that means that you can rotate the engine, or I could rotate the engine when I was marking it out, and all the holes still lined up. So I went and got, these are M3 bolts in small packets at my local home store because I needed them kind of right away. And get my long driver and I fasten this all to the top of the box before I put the rest of it, or before I put the hardware back on and attach the base. Oh wait, and that's the one that's going to be the hardest to get, so I'm going to ignore that for a minute. And I drilled the holes basically exactly the right size, and I used the putting super glue in there to give something for the threads of the bolt to grip onto. It's a pretty common trick, and it was, there we go. I also just put a layer of super glue on the inside of this lid to help give structure to that. Because these thread into the wooden holes, they're going to hold steady in there when I turn this over. And not fall out when I put all the hardware on the back. So, and I got, apparently, is that gonna, not even close. Alright, I had to go find a nut driver that's the right size for that, but that one bolt is just a touch too short, so I'm going to have to tighten it down before I put a washer on, and then after I've tightened it, it should draw through enough that I can take the nut off and put the washer on underneath it. And as I say that, I'm forgetting to put a washer on these. So, there we go. There. So, once we get those tightened down, and I should be able to get a washer on that, I also need to affix the fuel tank. The fuel tank also has an M3 hole in the bottom of it, so just take an M3 bolt here. Alright, I forgot to stick a washer on that. Now, ta-da! It's going to look like that when it's all mounted. The fuel tank there is going to set on the back. The fuel line can go out the side, and I will probably figure out a way to clip it along behind the flywheel. But an alternative I have is to turn the nipple on the side here to be behind this flywheel and then run the fuel line in and across under the base and out the other side. That might help keep it from touching the flywheels as well. So that is a question we will answer later. And it occurs to me that I forgot to stick this wire through the hole in the middle of the base here. And I cut this. Oh, well, when I drilled it, it was just big enough. I guess I'll have to drill this hole a bit bigger to get that to fit down through for the ignition. So, I guess I will have to pull this apart, drill it hole bigger, stick this through that hole, and then next step is going to be reattach the bottom of the base here and wire the ignition in the bottom of this box. And hopefully that will mean that we'll be able to play with this soon.